Hello and welcome to Gaming Weekly Update. Today, I want to introduce myself as Brad and say hi. Hello everyone. I want to show you my Steam account. So this is my profile here. I've got 1,299 games, one away from 1,300, I know, right? 515 DLCs, and that's a lot of games. So I want to talk to you today about my favorite games on here. So if I go to the library, it can be very daunting to scroll down, find exactly what you want to play when you've got thousands and thousands of games, right? Like, I'll just quickly scroll through the lot, but it's not even loading these pictures now. So there's a lot of games. So I like to go on here and go on to group by collection. And then I have favorites, benchmarks, cooperative, deck building, good, multiplayer, okay, remote play together, ultra rubbish. Don't play these games. They suck. Unplayed, 784. Wow, we got a lot to play. Unplayed and installed, 747. Workshop games, sleeping games, and uncategorized. So we're looking at the favorites. I've picked out 30 games, what I want to talk about today. So we got Portal 2. Portal 2 is a lot better than Portal 1, and it's a very good to play with friends. If you've never heard of Portal, then what are you doing? That's what I want to know. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a game where, if I just go to the store page, you have these cards, and you can play cards, and you can fight against different people, and including a boss. There's like 3 different levels to go through. I love card games, right? Some people don't like card games. That's fine. We've got South Park: The Stick of Truth. Now, this is the first one. There's another one, The Fractured Butthole. But I prefer The Stick of Truth, to be honest. Amazing game. Stardew Valley is a bit like Harvest Moon, with a bit more story. Very good game. You can sink hours and hours and hours into that. BeamNG Drive. I'll show you a quick video about this. You can basically smash up cars in this. So let's... Sorry about the sound. So the crash physics are what is amazing about this game. Now, just for showing you, there's another game called Automation. And in this game, you can build cars. And it's in here. Automation here. You can build cars and then play them in BeamNG Drive, which is absolutely amazing. Right, let's go back here. Inside Aquarium, very old game. It's brilliant. Is there a little bit of video that we can watch about it? Let's have a look. So you have all these fishes going around and they drop coins, and then the more fishes you have, it's a fun, relaxing game. It's made by PopCap Games from a long time ago, but it works on modern systems. So that's that one. Monster Train is kind of similar to the Slay the Spire, except in this one, you have to protect. It's like a tower defense protecting sort of game, and you have all these cards, and you can fight the enemies. It's brilliant. Like. Just talking about it in 10 seconds, almost impossible, but it's an amazing game. Now, we've got Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider. When I was putting these in here, I forgot to do Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well. I think the modern Tomb Raider games are better than the originals, in my opinion. I like the better graphics. I like the gameplay. The quick time events, don't really like. But that's that. Mafia 2 is another brilliant game. It's an open world game, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. Teardown is brilliant. If I show a quick video of this, I'm going to do it without sound because the sound is always sometimes different volume. So let's just play a bit of this. And you'll see that you can smash up the environment. Them amazing demolition effects. So good. I've played this game for hours. So that's that game. I would recommend that to anybody. Teardown. It's amazing. PC building simulator. I like building PCs. I like playing simulator games. PC building simulator. Brilliant game. I have played this game personally for 95 hours. So that just tells you all you need to know about that game. So obviously, here's a bit of video. Nice game. Always make sure you pause this, because sometimes when you go back through the Steam menus, they don't like to play ball. So that's PC Building Simulator. Resident Evil 7 is a brilliant game. I think Resident Evil 2 and 3 are also out. I'll look to get those as well. I already spoke about Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, everything. Worms Armageddon, originally on PlayStation. It was also on PC at the time. I played it on PC. In my opinion, best Worms game ever made. Worms World Party is a close second. But Worms Armageddon with the single player missions, you can't beat it. I just love it. Cities Skylines, a bit like SimCity, building cities. Brilliant game. Limbo is a 2D platformer. And I'll show you a little bit of video. It's mostly in black and white, or all in black and white. A few little puzzles to solve. It's a brilliant game. Yes, I've only played it for 6 hours. The story is quite short. So think about that, and think about the price when you buy it. So, like currently the price is $6.99. Is that worth it for 6 hours? It's up to you. So let's go back. Modern Warfare 2. I put this on here because I like this on the PlayStation 3. So I've got it on Steam. I've played it, and basically all the multiplayer servers that you play are completely hacked. It's not how it used to be, but the single player of Modern Warfare 2 is also very good, and I enjoyed it. So I'll play through that every now and again. Age of Mythology is like Age of Empires, made by the same people. You get to play as the Greeks, the Egyptians, and fight against each other. Brilliant game. You have some god powers that you can teleport through the earth and stuff. Kind of cool. San Andreas. San Andreas. If you haven't heard of San Andreas, then click off this video. Goodbye. Luck Be a Landlord is a slot machine game, but it's not exactly a slot machine game. It is a game where you add symbols to the slot machine to try and get more money to pay your rent, right? Your rent is due, pay up. Now, you can also get these extra buffs and stuff. It's a roguelike game where every single game is different, and I love these, like card games. Every single card game that you play is different because the deck is in a different order. But you make the slot machine, and you choose what to put in the slot machine. It's not gambling, it's a roguelike game, right? So, that game I've played for hours and hours and hours, 151 hours. So, very, very good. I love that. That's one of my favorite games. I've played that in the last few days, and also uploaded a video on this channel a few days ago. Titan Quest. It's like Diablo 2. Very good game. What else can I say about this Titan Quest? So basically, you fight through Greece and then Egypt. So you go to different places, a bit like Age of Mythology, really, with that kind of time zone. But it's an action RPG, so you're going around killing people, collecting items, making your character stronger. I've played on here for 40 hours, but that's a lie. I played this on original disc back in the day when it was released, nearly 20 years ago, for over 1,000 hours. Amazing game. Path of Exile is in the same genre. It says I've played Path of Exile for 30 hours. That's on Steam. But Path of Exile has its own client, and I've played it on its own client for 20,000 hours. I'm not kidding you. Path of Exile is another one of my favourite games. I've played that so much, but every 3 months or so they reset the game and add new items and new things to do, new places to go, so it's always fresh every 3 months. Sniper Elite 4 is a brilliant sniping game. Like, I played Sniper Elite 1 when it was released. I've got all the Sniper Elite games, of course, but this one is the best. Concrete Jungle is another card-based game. You play cards and make a like a city, like SimCity, but that's where the similarities end. Because in each of these rows along here, you need to get to a certain like happiness level, and then that row gets deleted off, like Tetris. So it's kind of like Tetris and kind of like SimCity, but it's not. It's none of those games. It's its own game, and it's amazing. It's only £5. I would say watch some videos. I might do a long play soon, and I can highly recommend this one. So I've played that one for 50 hours. £5 for 50 hours is total bargain in my opinion. Quake 2 RTX. It's Quake 2 with RTX. Enough said. Crazy Taxi, another absolutely amazing game. Wreckfest is very similar, obviously, to the Beam NG Drive, yet this is a more polished game. You do demolition racing, and amazing. I've played it quite a lot. Cyberpunk 2077, I've put in this list. A lot of haters out there. The game runs well on good computers. If your computer is not very strong, your PC is going to have a bad time. This was at least what we found out at release time. I played it at release time from start to finish, and I haven't played it since. So, in my opinion, no replayability. Now, you can go ahead and collect all the little things and do all the side stuff if you want. I don't like doing the side stuff and collecting everything. I like to just play the story, boom, done, and then go on to the next game. Duke Nukem Forever, I think, is a very good Duke Nukem game. Heavily slated when it came out as absolute rubbish. 67% they've got here, the average Steam review. I think they're wrong. I think it's a good game. I think Duke Nukem, you take it as it is, as a sort of joke shoot 'em up game. Whatever. It's not Grand Theft Auto, not at all. And it's not Quake, if it's in between. So, Pinball Arcade. Now, the bad thing is, the licenses for Pinball Arcade for the pinball tables have been dropped. So, they only have half of the tables now that they used to have. So, I can't recommend buying this. Well, the game is free, so you can buy it. But you have to buy the tables inside the game. And it's definitely worth it. I've got most of the tables, but the good ones that I like playing on this, like Adam's Family table, you can't buy them anymore. So I can't recommend this game. However, I can recommend, if you already have it, that it's absolutely amazing to play recreations in the game of real life tables that play exactly how they should play in real life. I will upload a video soon if anyone's interested in pinball. I'm an absolute pinball nut and I play this game so much. So, that's 30 games that I've got on Steam that I wanted to talk to you about. Now, obviously, I missed out a couple. I missed out Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I could have put that in there. Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, all the other Sniper Elite games. I could talk all day about games. But obviously, we need to cut this video because we've been talking for ages now. So I hope you see something you've not seen before. I hope I've shown you some older games and some newer games. So obviously, Cyberpunk and Worms. There's nearly 30 years between those games. That's crazy, right? Well, maybe not 30 years, but a long time. So I do have a lot of games on Steam. If you want to check my Steam profile, this is it. You can search me up. And if you want me to tell you about any of the games or in a future video, then drop a comment down below.